Hey class, Mr. Williams back here with another lesson on how to simplify before you multiply. So today in class we took a look at multiplying fractions. We're actually going to show you a simpler way how to do it. It's going to make your life really easy. So I know we've been doing all these 2 and 3 and 4 step problems. I'm actually going to show you a way to cut some of the steps out. So remember I told you I'm always working smarter, not harder. You ready? Let's take a look. Alright, so how do you simplify before you multiply? Alright, so if you see, look, the fraction that we have here, 4/7 times 3/8. So normally what I was doing is I was showing you what you need to do is multiply straight across. 4 times 3 is 12. 7 times 8 is 56. And then simplify, you have to know in your head, okay, what number goes into both 12 and 56, all right? And I believe that number would be 4, okay? Now we get 3, and let's see, 56 divided by 4. But all that work there, it seems there's a simpler way to get it, okay? So I'm actually going to show you a little bit of an easier way how to come up with this answer as to doing all of this work, okay? So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to take a look at my problem here, all right? 4/7 times 3. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to look diagonal, okay? I'm going to look diagonal, so at 4 and 8, and then at 7 and 3. And what I can say to myself is, you know what? 4 goes into both 8 and 4. So 4 can go into 4 once. 4 can go into 8 twice. Alright, so it makes it now some easier numbers. Now I have 7 and 3. Nothing can go into 7 or that can go into 3. So now just multiply across. 1 times 3 is 3. And 7 times 2 is 14. And now that's my simplified fraction. I don't need to simplify again. Okay, so again, I'll show you again. So you're going to take a look what you're going to actually do. You're going to simplify before you multiply. So I'm going to look diagonal. Okay, going to look diagonal. 4 goes into 4 once. 4 goes into 8 twice. And now I have 1 times 3 is 3. 7 times 2 is 14. Okay, very simple. You can actually try this tonight for your homework on some of the problems. You'll see you'll get to that simplified, answer, that simplified fraction in lowest terms much easier. All right. So let's take a look at the second one, the second example that I have. So now I have 3/10 times 4/15. Again, I'm going to look diagonal. Okay, I'm going to look diagonal. I can say to myself, you know what? 3 and 15, all right? 15 is a multiple of 3. 3 goes into 3 once. 3 goes into 15 5 times. Oh, look here, 10 and 14 are both even numbers. I know they can be divided evenly by 2. 2 goes into 10 5 times. 2 goes into 14 7 times. And now I have simplified fractions. So 1 times 7 is 7. 5 times 5, 25. I don't have to do any more simplifying. That's my final answer there. Okay? So again, I took 3/10 times 14/15. I know 3 can go into both 3 and 15. 3 goes into 3 once. 3 goes into 15 5 times. All right? 2 goes into 10 5 times. Okay? 2 times 5 is 10. And then 2 times 7 is 14. That's how I can break that answer down. And before you know, I got 7/25. Okay? So simplify first, then do your multiplication. You'll see your much easier way of doing it. All right? So taking a look at this actually, you will see this tomorrow when you guys come in. Okay? This is the actual example from the book, if you see here. All right? Now they have 2/5 times 7/10. All right, so we'll take a look here. They have 2/5. Just want to give you one more example. Times 7/10. Okay? And again, I'm going to look diagonal. All right? So I know, again, we did an example like this previously. 2 and 10. 2 goes into 2 once. 2 goes into 10 5 times. And then I've done all my simplifying there. 1 times 7 is 7. 5 times 5, 25. Okay? So not very complicated. Make sure you look diagonal. All right? Make sure you look diagonal. make sure that those fractions actually are multiples of one another, or there is a common factor amongst the two of them. You take a look, 5 and 7 have no common factor. That's the reason why they're not that's why I'm not canceling them out, I would say. All right. So tomorrow, when you guys come in, all right, you'll see this on the board. Not this exact problem. 2/15 times 3/20. So think about what I just talked about in this video of how to simplify, look diagonal before you multiply. I know some of you have been coming in with the work already completed. It's a great way, a great strategy, all right, to really understand and know what's going on. So I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Think about 2/15 times 3/20. How could you simplify this before you multiply? All right. Another easy lesson here by Mr. Williams. See you all tomorrow.